Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, the good old Fimi X8 Mini. The good folks at Fimi sent me another drone. So if you've followed my saga with the X8 Mini drone, you've seen some of the issues I had. The first one was my own fault. I dropped the drone, I broke a leg on it. I did have some gimbal issues with that one as well, but you know, never really got a chance to work those out. The second one I had a lot of connection problems with. That's one I purchased with the help of a friend of mine, and he actually redirected his drone over to me and I bought it from him. But then Fimi, on that second one, they saw the connection problems. They offered to send me a replacement drone, which they did. And that one, I had a good first flight with it, but then the gimbal issues began, and then it got to where the gimbal just really got so bad that it would just check out after a while and just flop around. And Fimi again got a hold of me and they said, listen, obviously that's not right, so let's send you another one. I sent that one back to them and they sent me this one. So this is a fourth Fimi X8 Mini. Getting these names right, I'm telling you. So anyway, this will be our first flight. So I updated the firmware package in it, and I'll show that on the screen right now. I can't think of the number right off the bat here, but I'll show you on screen, and it portends to help with the gimbal. So as you can see, it's a pretty mild day today. They're saying it's 80 degrees. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's that warm. It also, UAV forecast said winds from 5 to 15 mile an hour gusts. I'm telling you, there is no breeze at all right now. So, so that's a little bit off. We did have some rain sprinkles a few minutes ago, but it was just a few sprinkles. So we'll get this guy up and try it out and see how well it does. So yeah, again, I'm out at Retta Husky Park, one of the local parks here in Meridian. You know, normally I fly out at Heroes Park, but I thought we'd come out here with this one for just a little different view of the scenery. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, so we got everything fired up, and as you can see, I'm in the app already. I did a compass calibration, so we should be ready to go here. Let's switch it to video, and let's go into the menu here. Let's go into the camera menu, and I'm going to leave the video quality on medium. This is a first flight. 4K 30, white balance auto. We're going to leave everything else in auto. I will change the codec to H.265. So we should be set to H.265. Let's go look at that again, just for the fun of it. Yeah, we're in H.265. We've got grid lines. Our SD card is good. Let's take a look at the battery real quick. Battery looks good. 0 cycles. It's a brand new battery, so good to go. And I'll give you a look at that firmware. I showed you a screenshot earlier, but let's look at that again real quick. And there it is, flight control 1015A. That's what changed. Okay, let's go ahead and start recording now. And I'm going to get out of your way so you can see the drone take off here, and we're going to take off on the app. There she is, and it'll go up, should go up about 5 meters. That's typical of what Fimi drones do. So in this case, 4.5 meters. So I've seen that vary between 4.5 and 5 meters. So let's bring it down and turn it around here and bring it into us. Bring it over here a little bit. And let's see how close we can bring it in here safely. Gimbal looks good that I can see here on FPV right now. So I'm going to rock it back and forth a little bit and look at that gimbal in action. Seems to be working normally, so yeah, let's see here. This is going to be a pretty darn, well, I'm going to move it around here so we can do a little bit better droney here. So I'm going to move to the side. You're not going to see it on the GoPro right now, but you will see it on the camera on the drone. Let me see if I can get it pointed right where I want it here. Yeah, that's about it. And we're going to drop that gimbal down and reverse and up now. Reverse and up, manual droney. That's me hitting that up stick. And it's telling me compass interfered. That is a common thing you will see with this drone. Drone is flying great. What I forget about this Fimi Mini is I believe it is the fastest of all the minis. It's really got some speed to it. We're gonna pick up some. Look at that vertical climb at 4 meters per second. So I'm gonna back it up a little further here and give you guys a look at Redahusky Park here. Kind of move it around. And what you're gonna see over there on our left is a bunch of pickleball courts. And let me tell you, those people are serious about their pickleball. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's pick up that camera just a little bit so you can see the pickleball courts a little better and the walking trails. I've shown you this park before, but I figured for a flight on this guy, this would be a good place to do it. And this is a drainage ditch. Anybody that grew up on a farm knows what a drain ditch is. So let's see if we can kind of get right over the top of that. And I'm going to yaw around and give you a look the other way. Let me pick up the gimbal just a little. Let's look at that horizon. And you can see we still have a lot of smoke in the air. But we got a nice flat horizon. Thank you, Fimi. That looks good. I just got a drop of rain on my mobile device here, so we're getting just a little bit of rain. If it starts coming down, of course, we'll bring the drone right home. But there you can see the neighborhood here. That's 10 Mile Road I'm looking at right there. 10 Mile and Ustick is that intersection. And then when you look across here, that in the distance there is the water treatment plant. And you guys, I'm going to move forward here and drop the gimbal down. You guys have seen me fly here before. They built this little, I don't even know exactly what you would call it, this little park area right here. And I'm not even sure what it's for. That's kind of a sandy area right there with the little benches by it. But it does give you access to all the walking trails here. So I suspect maybe that's what it is. It's just to give you access to all the walking trails. I've actually launched from there before. So let's yaw back around the other direction. Pick up the gimbal as we go. And let's go ahead and head up the drain ditch here. And and now I see I have a little bit of tilted horizon after that yaw, but not terribly bad, but I see it. And I'm getting a few more drops of rain here. Boy, this is a quick little drone, isn't it? And we're gonna stay over the top of this drain ditch, so we're not over anybody's backyard or anything else. Man, this thing is a quick little drone. Holy guacamole. We were going about, 10 meters per second there. I'm going to go straight forward here. Nobody on that road, so we can cross it. Yeah, 16 meters per second. We're just in normal mode. Holy cow. That is about 35 miles an hour. And that is Ustick Road you see right there. And this park down that we're up above right now, I think it's just kind of it's a private park that belongs to this subdivision. So let's turn it around. And I just realized there, you saw me drop a little FPV. I was pointed, I had the controller pointed the wrong way. So we're going to turn it around and I'm face the drone here. And there is the, like I said, let me drop the camera down so you can see it. And this park is belongs to this subdivision, and that is their kind of their swimming pool and meeting area there. And I am getting a few drops of rain, just very little bit of sprinkle. So they got a pretty good little setup there, don't they? They've got a swimming pool. Looks like they've got a sand volleyball court. Pretty cool. Okay, let's move back over the drain ditch and we'll head back this direction. Pick up the camera. So we got pretty much a straight shot here. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode and let's see what we see for that gimbal pitch shift. So gimbal pitch shift, as you guys know, is where it kicks the camera down as the drone tilts forward. Now we should see a little bit of it. So I'm full stick forward. And let's see how fast we get going here. And that's me adjusting the vector a little bit. We're actually going slower. It must be going against the wind here. Because even though, yeah, we're going slower than we were just in regular mode. So we'll go to the end here and we'll turn around and come back. But I'm just telling you, the gimbal looks good. I'm pleased. This gimbal is solid as a rock. And we've got a good stable horizon too. So this is good stuff. And boy, that drone is screaming by above me there. Yeah, we were faster than this in normal mode. And I'm turning around. Boy, that drone, it's cool to watch it going through the air, I'm telling you. So we'll get down here to the end and we'll turn around and we'll come back the other way again. And then I'm full off the stick. And you can see on the attitude meter there in the bottom left, you can see the drone hitting the brakes. So let's turn around again. We're down to 63% battery. We got 18 satellites. Everything's looking good. We got good control signal. I tell you, boys, I am feeling pretty darn good about this. So, yeah, let me straighten out that vector just a little bit. In sport mode, it's a little more sensitive. And I'm going to go full tilt here, full stick forward now. And let's see how fast this baby gets up to. And yeah, there's 17 meters per second. And boy, that thing is screaming by above me. And no, I saw a little bit of breakup on FPV. But, I mean, just a little bit of stuttering on my screen here. And I'm turning around to face the drone. 18 meters per second. Wow, that's about 40 miles an hour. And yeah, the drone's doing fine. I mean, the gimbal is working perfectly. This is awesome. This is exactly what you would hope to see. I have not seen one little move on that gimbal. So, wow, this is great news. Thank you, Fimi, for getting this straightened out. This is really cool. Okay, I'm going to go back into normal mode here. There's no point being in sport mode, so let's turn around. I'm getting a few more drops of water, so if I get much more, we're just going to bring this guy back. The main point of this test is I wanted to see how that gimbal worked, and I wanted to see that we had a good connection, and you know what? We've got both, so honestly, I couldn't be more pleased. What did I do? I accidentally stopped recording there, starting recording again now. Accidentally pushed that button, sorry folks. Let me adjust our vector here and let's head on back. And I'll show you a little bit more of the park here before we bring it in and we try a precision landing. So in normal mode, as I recall, when we were coming back in sport mode, we got up to about 13 meters per second, and now in normal mode, about 10.5 meters, 10.6 meters per second. So that's about 21, 22 miles an hour, something like that. I'm just telling you, I'm very pleased here with what I'm seeing. This thing is handling fine. I haven't seen nary a shake on the FPV screen. Of course, the tail, the real tail, will be what it looks like when we look at the video off the SD card. And again, we're shooting in 4K 30. I'm moving kind of sideways around here because we're going to go up the trail. We're going to stay this side of the pickleball courts there, so we don't go over the top of anybody. Let me drop the gimbal down here just a little bit so you can see where we're going. And I'm going to show you another little extension of this park. And we've got a jet aircraft way above us up there. You can probably hear him on my mic, but he is way up there. Looks like a Southwest Airlines 737. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was this walking path down here. Let's move sideways and get you over the path. And let me pick up the camera so you can see the end of it here. Let's just take a run down the path. There's nobody on it, so we're good there. And this is actually part of the park, although I was talking to one of the groundskeepers one day, and evidently this is mowed by the irrigation district. So I think what this was a lateral at one point, an irrigation lateral, and it's all underground now. What they did is, as these subdivisions encroached on the farmland, the water districts simply put all of their ditches, all of their irrigation ditches underground. So that is what this is. I think when you're walking on this path, you're right on top of an irrigation canal. And I can show you as we move back this way, and that's me straightening out the direction there. As we move back this way, I'm going to show you a couple of spots here where we can see that there's some head gates. And all you farm boys will know what I'm talking about there. Right down here, let me put the X right on them. Those are head gates where they control the water. So we want to stay out of the way of those guys on the pickleball courts. Let's move to the side here. And you can see this is a pretty cool facility. They got nice clean restrooms, basketball court there, kids play area. And I see some people on the, walking her dog here on the path, so we'll stay out of her way. And what I think we should do is run down here to the end. And we're down to 37% battery. I'd say we proved our point here. Picking that gimbal back up. And we'll do a return to home. Again, give you another look at this little parking area right here. I think mainly what this is for just for access to the walking paths, I suspect. Okie dokie. Let's and I had just a little bit, of course I was turned away from the drone, but I had just a little bit of stuttering on FPV. I'm going to drop some altitude here. I'm going to move forward. And we are going to drop this baby down, and because I want to see it raise an altitude. I want to test it and make sure it goes to its return to home height, which I believe was 30 meters. And it's about 37 meters high now, so let's keep dropping her down here. Let's get it, yeah, there's 26. So let's turn around and face this again. And pick up the camera and yacht around. And there we are in the middle of the field over there. Let's go ahead and hit return to home. I'm going to do it on the controller, holding it up here so you can see, pushing that button now. And it is in auto return. And the drone is indeed rising to its 30-meter return to home height. We're down to 30% battery, so I think we timed that pretty good. And the drone is moving back to us. Yeah, at a moderate speed. Yeah, it's picking up here. About 7 meters per second now. Yeah, as it comes, it moves a little faster. And that's me dropping the gimbal down as we come. Yeah, we hit 9 meters per second there. So that's 9.2. So that's around, you know, that's over 20 miles an hour. Yeah, and it's giving us that low battery warning. We're at 28%, so that's good. This is the first charge on this battery. They sent me a new battery along with the drone, so nice of them. Wow. All I can say is what a difference. And we'll see if it finds the landing pad here. Congratulations, Fimi. I'm really impressed with what you've done with this drone. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure it's going to find the pad. We'll see. Maybe. Not detected. Of course, we got that pad on the green grass. Yeah, it didn't see it. I'm going to stop auto return. And I'm going to move the drone over the pad. And I'm going to flip the pad over to the blue side. Let's see if that makes a difference. And the rain is starting to come down now, so I don't know. I don't know if the blue side helped or not. In fact, that's probably a little worse. Let's go ahead and I'm going to move up higher. Give it another chance. Let's hit land again. Auto land. Landing pad not detected. Let's see if it sees it. I think the blue side was worse than the orange. So, oh no, look at that. It found it. And of course I moved it kind of over the top. So hey, looks like we might get it here. So I probably did a little cheating there. Oh, now it says not detected. Yeah, it's going to be off to the side a little bit, but it's not going to hurt anything. It's going to just be on the grass. And I always forget that this drone does not pick up its camera, but it does stop recording. So there I picked up the camera. And it's starting to rain in earnest here. Let me get everything picked up real quick and shut off, and we'll do a conclusion. Hey guys, I'm interrupting the video because I'm kind of excited here. I just had a look at the video taken with the Fimi X8 Mini off of the SD card. And wow, it is the best I've seen. There are no shakes in the video. The colors are good. It was kind of a cloudy day, so I can't really speak to the vignetting. I didn't really see any, but you know, on a sunny day, it could show more than that. So I'm going to leave that as it is. But I thought the video looked really good, and the drone flew awesome. So I am really happy with this fourth Fimi X8 Mini that I've got here. So yeah, it's looking darn good. Okay, let's get back to the conclusion that I did out in the field. Hey, okay, the Fimi X8 Mini, I gotta tell you, I couldn't be more pleased with that flight. Perfect as far as I could tell. This thing did everything that it was supposed to do. That gimbal didn't move an inch that I could see on FPV. Now we'll look at the video off the SD card and see if we see any shakes or anything, but man, what I saw looked really good. So yeah, very pleased. Good connection the whole time. No complaints whatsoever. Thank you, Fimi, for getting this right. And what I'm going to say also I want to add is, you know, throughout the whole process of the issues I had with the other drones, Fimi worked with me the whole time and improved, and you know, kept working with me to get it corrected, and they absolutely did. So I appreciate that customer service. And anyway, I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, and of course, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.